Welcome to another episode of Your Time Matters. I am your host, Tammeron, joining you here each week with a cup of delicious, healthy tea. And there is a special tonic that is inside of my teacup this week. And I've been brewing this tonic for a few weeks now in my kitchen. And it is made up of 12 very special ingredients. And so I'm going to encourage you to come back to the end of this video as I educate you about one of those magical ingredients that has been brewing inside of my tonic to help us boost our immune system. And I'll share with you the health properties as well. And each week, I'm here to guide you and educate you about what is happening in the astrological sky and how it might be affecting all of us down here on the planet on a personal and an emotional level. As one of Canada's top certified astrologers, I'm here to remind you that we just experienced that new moon energy that was occurring in the astrological sun sign of Scorpio. And remember, that Scorpio energy is a water element and it also represents very intense feelings that might be triggered in all of us down here on the planet because it represents passion, right? But also, what was happening was that the planet Mars was getting really close to the sun and the moon. And when the Mars planet gets close to the moon, which represents what we're feeling, you got to remember that Mars represents anger and war. And so many people are feeling a sense of anger and it's bubbling up and it's just coming out of nowhere. And they're wondering why this is happening. So I'm here to remind you to pay attention to what's happening in the astrological sky as I share with you each week in these videos. And if you have any negative emotions that are being triggered, then that is why I'm choosing the very specific ingredients to educate you each week. So stay tuned and find out what it is that I'm recommending because I have been a certified health coach for over 14 years now. And there are a lot of emotional healing properties in our food and in our herbs. So we have to educate ourselves about how to use them properly and effectively to maintain the emotional well balance. And also, as a spiritual alchemist, I'm here to remind you that alchemy and the magic happens when we trust our intuition, what is coming in downloads or being channeled to us, and we're feeling it and we're expressing that truth through our heart. And that is the magic. That is when things just tend to happen in our lives, is because we are being authentic and genuine with ourselves first. So I'm going to encourage you to pay attention to what it is that you're feeling. If you need to express something yourself, a great little trick you can do if you're not sure how to do this is just to gently tap on your heart, listen quietly to what it is that you are feeling, write it down on a piece of paper, and then express yourself when you are much calmer. And that is, again, the process of alchemy. And as promised, I wanted to share with you what is the one magic ingredient that I'm going to educate you that is in my tonic brew is the ingredient of garlic. And I try to purchase organic garlic whenever possible so that I can get the most benefit from the actual food itself so that my body absorbs the minerals and the nutrients that are in it. And did you know that garlic has a lot of sulfur? And so when we have sulfur in our diet, it helps to absorb zinc, and zinc is great for boosting our immune system. And a couple of ways to actually get zinc into our diet is through brown rice and through whole wheat products. So, if you want a win-win suggestion is to make a fresh batch of brown rice and then throw it in the frying pan with some olive oil and some fresh chopped garlic and let that simmer for a little bit and then you get the win-win of the immune boosting properties. So again, I just want to remind you that when our body is physically strong, it helps us on an emotional level because that is the mind body spirit connection. So, again, we can combine some of these suggestions that I share with you each week to really help us for emotional wellness as we pay attention to what is happening in the astrological sky. So, if you've enjoyed the information that I've shared with you here this week, I'm going to encourage you to come back again for another episode of Your Time Matters. If you are a woman and you want to learn some of the basics of astrology, I'm going to encourage you to click on any of the social links that are below because I have my 10-week self study course that is going to be relaunching in January, in mid January. So we're busy recording all of the 10 courses and the content in our presentation so that you can watch each video each week. And the reason why I'm promoting this now is because I'm going to throw in some other bonus content, other bonus items for you for all of the early birds who register, because I know it is a time where we are getting busy with the holidays and we're starting to think about Christmas and our social calendars are getting super busy. However, I just want to remind you that if anybody asks you, what do you want for Christmas this year as a gift? Say, you know what? Rather than stuff, I want to learn more about myself, learn more about how the information from your own astrological birth chart can actually validate some of the things about yourself that maybe it's going to help to align you with your destiny. And that can be anything from your communication skills. It could be how you express love, what you need to feel loved, how you take action in your relationships or just in your life in general. And also, I will provide you with tips on how you can align with your higher purpose and your destiny based on your own astrological birth chart so that you don't have to figure that out. So there's 10 different components, 10 weeks, but those are the highlights of some of the things that people love. And there's going to be some awesome moon planning calendar classes in there to teach you when is a beneficial time to plan an event or take a trip or whatever. So again, I'm going to encourage you to click on the link below to find out more information as we are recording this so that you can be on the early bird list for Align Your Destiny According to the Stars. Cheers for now. Bye bye.